Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Barakatah Yahushua.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders, and salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. And this topic is going to focus on understanding the basics of the scriptures. All right, go ahead. Somebody give me Hebrews 5 and 12.
You want to get that first?
What you got?
I got this desire of sincere milk.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let me get that first off.
I got.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, son.
And it's Hebrews 5 and 12.
All right.
For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of the Most High.
All right, now, so if you go into that root word of principles, it goes into actually first or chief. And if you go into like the oracles, that means to speak or utter. So basically the basics of Yahweh and Yahushua. Continue.
And are become such as need of milk and not of strong meat.
And basically the milk is the first principles of the oracles of the Most High. You know, what is the milk? Understanding that you're an Israelite. Understanding the characteristics of Yahweh and Yahushua. Understanding who Yahweh and Yahushua loves, man. Those are the basics of the scriptures, man. Those are the first oracles of the Most High, all right? The chief things that we need to speak. Because when you get the basics, you're able to build your foundation, man. And you start building your foundation over a process of time. If you're a man of the Lord, you're going to become, like the Akim over here say, deeply rooted, Lord willing, man. All right, keep going, now.
For everyone that use milk is unskilled in the word of the righteousness, for he is a babe.
Right. So when you first come in this thing, man, you know, you need the milk, man. And what this milk does, it helps you grow, man. You know, you can't just start off in this thing getting the meat. And if you're a babe, because if you eat that meat, you're not gonna be able to chew it, man. And then once you just swallow that meat whole, it's not gonna digest in your system. But see, if you're a babe and if you're getting the basic principles of Yahweh Shai, then that milk is going to be able to digest because your system is in agreement with that milk, man.
And that's like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't feed a baby some damn...
No table food.
Yeah, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
That baby gonna choke.
That's right.
So that baby need milk.
Hey, give me 1 Timothy 3 and 6.
You want to keep going?
Yo, hold that thought, because we talking about babes, and like the brother saying, when you first come in this truth, man, you're babes, and if we're gonna keep it scriptural, man, you really, you know, you're not grown into this thing until you become 12, man. You know.
See, 1 Timothy 3 and 6.
Yeah, 1 Timothy 3 and 6.
All right, this is 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 6. Not a novice.
And what's a novice? A person that is newly planted in the faith, man. Go ahead.
Least being lifted up with pride.
And that's what happens when you come in this thing. You start understanding. Basically, you start getting a lot of understanding and a knowledge. You know, you can get prideful, man. Go ahead. You got something to say?
But this knowledge puff it up.
Knowledge puff it up. Correct. Go ahead, bro.
It said, least being lifted up with pride, he fall into a condemnation.
And what's the condemnation? If you break down that word condemnation, that means with harm, man. So basically, it's self-destruction, man, when you get this grasp, this understanding, this knowledge, this awareness of Yahweh Hashem Shai, and they start puffing you up, man, then basically you're going to be condemned, man. All right? Go ahead,
Yeah, please help me open verse 7. Okay. So like,
No, I'm sorry.
all right, it's verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without,
Mm-hmm.
lest he fall into reproach and the snare of the devil.
Right. And so basically, like we said, man, if that knowledge puffs up, man, and then eventually you're going to start getting proud, especially if you knew and you start getting a lot of knowledge, well, you'll start bucking up against the brothers who's been in this thing before you, man. Well, they can't not know the breakdown. Just because you know the breakdown doesn't necessarily mean you're a man of the Lord, man. All right? You say you had a precept? Go ahead, bro. And if y'all got precepts, bring them out.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 1 through 3.
Mm-hmm.
And at that same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, you should not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, so basically that little child represented, it was symbolic for humility, man. And then if you come in as a child, meaning you have to be born again from a spiritual sense, man. Converted. What is converted? That means with truth, man. So you have to literally pull off that old man and attain that new man, which is the image of Yahushua, man. You got something to say?
I got another precept.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we got 1 Peter 2:2. That was the one.
Yeah,
Go ahead then.
I'm gonna let you bring it out though.
I got it.
All right, go ahead.
You want to?
Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 1 and 2. Wherefore, laying aside our malice and our guile.
You know what? Hold that, cause I'm gonna link it up. Hey, bring got Isaiah 28 and bring out Isaiah 28 and 9, and then you gonna bring out that. All right. Isaiah 28 and 9. Hey, did you finish out that precept you was there?
Hey, the precept I got linked over with Isaiah a little better.
Okay.
Go into that.
All right, go ahead, bring it out.
What you want, Isaiah first? Or this first?
You bring Isaiah first, then it's one song gonna link up with that.
Go ahead.
I got Isaiah 28:9.
Mm-hmm.
Who shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk.
Them that are weaned from the milk, man. So over a process of time, you know, if you're drinking milk, you start to grow, and then you are weaned from the milk. You're taking off the titty, man, the mother's titty. Go ahead.
And drawn from the breast.
And drawn from the breast. Continue.
For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Okay, so basically, bring out your precept.
This is Psalm 119, verse 103.
Okay, that's what I wanted. All right, so what is the precepts? You know, we're gonna go into the importance and the significance of the precepts. Go ahead, Art.
It said, How sweet are thy words unto my taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sweeter than honey to my mouth.
Because his truth is sweet as honey, man, and that's the good part of the truth, man. Understanding who you are, understanding who Yahushua died for, the adoption to bring us back to Yahweh. Understanding that the process of the kingdom, understanding, you know, that you will never die when you get in the kingdom. All of that is sweetness of the scriptures, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 104.
Mm-hmm.
Through thy precepts I get understanding.
And that's why precepts have to be upon precepts, because through the precepts, that's how you get the understanding, man. That's how you drive the point home, man. Go ahead, Art.
Therefore, I hate every false way.
Therefore, I hate every false way, man. Anything that's outside of the scriptures, man, or the scriptures are not being broken down correctly, that's a false way, man. All right? You got something else, bro?
That was it.
All right.
And so we go to Yash.
Okay.
John 3:3. And Yahushua answered and said to him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of the Most High.
Right. You have to be born again, man, to see the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Meaning you have to unlearn everything you've learned in this present world, man, and come in to Yahweh Hashem Shai as a new creature, man. Go ahead, Up.
Nicodemus said to him, How can a man be born when he is old?
Right, because Nicodemus is speaking from a carnal sense. Go ahead.
Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born?
Right.
Yahushua answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
And the water and the spirit is this truth and knowledge, man. That's what the water and the spirit is, bro. And the spirit is the understanding of Yahweh Hashem Shai, that breath. Go ahead, bro.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 1 and 2, 1 through 3. Wherefore, laying aside our malice and our guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speakings.
That's right. Go ahead.
As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
And that's how you grow this thing by actually feeding off the milk, man. You can't just come into this thing eating meat, man. And what's the meat part? Rape. You know what I'm saying? Reincarnation. The concept of worship, man. You know what I'm saying? All of that is meat, man. That's steak, man.
Confusion of faces.
That's confusions of faces, man. You know, all of that is meat. You know, when you are bringing a new novice, when you bringing a novice in this thing, you have to give him the basics, man. And then that's the milk. And then as he grow, you wean him from the milk slowly, and then you start to usher in that meat, man. And sometimes you got to cut that steak up, man, so he can chew it good, man.
Come. It's just like me and brother been going to the gym the last couple of days, and he been showing me really, the form on how to work out, different exercises, the form. And then you move up with the weight once you get your form down pat, man.
That's right.
So it's the same way. It's a process, man. You get your form, cause that's how you gonna. It don't matter how much weight you lift from the dough. You get your form right. That's how you gonna get that real muscle growth, man. Same way in the truth. You get your form right, with the milk, and then you grow and advance.
Yeah, and if I can add, because he's my teacher too, and basically I want to come in there and just lift weights and, just lift the heavy stuff. And like the brother's saying, it don't matter, man. You can lift fucking 225, but if you're not squeezing correctly, you're not going to see any results, man. And that's the reason why you have to have teachers, man. Which brings me to,
This is one more verse.
go ahead, hey, somebody get Isaiah 30:20.
I'm gonna read verse 2 again. As newborn babes desire the sincere milk.
Yeah, you have to desire the sincere milk, the basics of the scriptures, man. The first principles of the oracles of the Most High. Go ahead.
Of the word that ye may grow thereby.
And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about growing in this thing, not coming up, getting all the breakdowns, and then you drive yourself into a brick wall, because that's not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? That's not going to be profitable for you, man, the water, bro.
That's why Paul said knowledge puffeth it up, man.
Right.
But charity edifies, man.
That's right.
So knowledge gonna puff you up, man. But you gotta re-humble yourself, and it's all about, really all about the charity, man, towards the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? If you have that right charity towards the brotherhood, you should never fail, man. But you got that right love, you're gonna grow in every area you need to grow in, man.
That's right, bro.
Because if you got the right love towards the brotherhood, that means you staying humble, man. Verse 3. If so be, ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious.
And how you tasted that the Lord is gracious? By coming into this knowledge, man. This knowledge is considered as a meal as well, man.
Then it said, if so be.
If so,
which letting you know, if so be, man. Because when you desire that sincere milk, man, and then when you start to grow thereby, the more you grow and grow, the harder it's gonna get for you, man.
Yeah.
The harder your trip, the harder your trials and tribulations gonna get, man. It's only gonna help you grow, So that's why I say, if so be, you may taste the Lord is gracious. Because when you first come in, everything's sweet to you, man. But the Lord just letting you get comfortable, He letting you get in there. You know what I'm saying? He letting that sweet part come, and then you start to get, like the brother was saying, then you start to get down to that belly, it start to get bitter. Then, if so be, if you taste it as the Lord is gracious, you're going to be able to withstand it. But like the lesson the brother's doing, it's all about going back to the beginning, which is staying humble, man. That's one of the main things, man. Just make sure you stay humble, man.
Right. That's all right.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 3 and 2. I have fed you milk and not with meat.
I have fed you milk, not with meat. Go ahead, bro.
For hereunto, hereunto, ye were not able to bear it.
Right, and that's why Paul had to feed the new converts with the milk, man. You just can't go and tell brothers, man, about charity and so on and so forth, man. They gotta understand the basics first, man. It's a process, man. You crawl, you walk, and then you run. You don't walk. You don't walk first and then run and then crawl. It's a pattern, man. But the pattern has to be correctly formatted.
I started. Go back to verse 1.
Go 1.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. 1 Corinthians 3:1. And our brother could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Mashiach.
Mm-hmm.
I have fed you milk, and not with meat.
Mm-hmm.
For here to, I say it again.
Because Paul thing was basically,
Hitherto.
yeah, the basis of Paul was basically is the belief in Yahweh Shai, man. You know, getting rooted within the faith, man. That's what Paul's main thing was to the Gentiles, man. You know, you get your mind, you know, be persuaded in your own mind, get rooted in Yahweh Shai, and then you build from that. Don't just come in this thing and start celebrating high holy days, so on and so forth. Hey, everybody's not apostle to heart. You know, you know, per report, he came in 6 months in this thing and started running, so on and so forth, man. So, you know, each man has their own proportion of faith. You know?
If I make this point, you know, when you read in the books of Acts, when the apostle was spreading the gospel to the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners, you know, you had those wicked Jews trying to put the whole law on them. But when Paul went back to Peter and they had the council, man, you know, just like the brother say, sometimes you gotta cut that steak up in little pieces. And that's what they did with the law, man. They put the whole law on them, man. They took little pieces of it out. You know, the main thing to hold those new converts over, man. Like restraining from strangled meat, you know, and fornication. You know, the main thing, man. You know, they ain't trying to give them their whole thing soon as they coming in, man.
Yeah, because you just don't, if you building a house, you don't start with the roof first. You do the foundation, man. Then you get the pillars and so on and so forth, man. It's all about stabilization in this thing, man.
Hey, can I say this?
Go ahead,
You got to be persuading your mind. Because when I came in, and my brother up here, he like, man, you need to start shaving your beard. Man, because I was shaving it off, and I got my mind together. Let my beard grow. But you got to be persuading in your mind that this is what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to finish this?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Hitherto, you're not able to bury it, neither now are ye able.
Yeah, and hey, and sometimes, man, you know, when you come into the truth, brothers learn differently, man. You know, some brothers come in and move faster than other brothers, so on and so forth. But at the same time, they're both men of the Lord, man. You know, but like the brother going back to say, you know, you have to be charitable, man, and basically edify brothers, man, meaning you have to build brothers up and try to get brothers to where you're at, and then so on and so forth. That's why the Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramlah always say that how Apostle Tahar always tries to teach them everything he knows. And Apostle Tahar has actually made that report himself, man, teach them everything they know, man, because you want every brother to get on the level that you are, man. You are on. Although there's going to be different lots, things of that nature, but you still build that brother up to the best of your ability, man. All right, we're going to go on and wrap it up.
Yeah, so script.
Yeah, Romans 10 for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Romans 10:17.
Mhm.
So then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
Right, because, hey, we had to, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Trying to see that he has.
You had something? Okay, read that again up.
So then faith coming by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High.
Okay, now give me Isaiah 30 and 20. Because how did you get into this thing? You heard the apostles, man, or you heard Israelite camp, and so on and so forth. And you started to watch videos. You started to watch more videos. You got series, you bought you a tablet, start writing the precepts down, start writing the breakdowns down, so on and so forth, man.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20.
That's right.
And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity,
That's the affliction the brother's talking about, man, because hey, everything is balanced. This truth is sweet and it's bitter, man. But the affliction, that's what purifies you and make you grow as well. Go ahead.
and the water of
In
affliction,
the water of affliction, go ahead.
yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner.
And then in Hebrew, that corner means basically be out of view. So beginning in 2007, the apostles been on YouTube, starting in 2007, so on and so forth, up until the present time, man. So that's the reason why basically the apostles are no longer into that corner anymore. Now they're on the World Wide Web, man.